that's what happens. The propellers is trouble. The gimbal got hurt. Ooh, I need to turn it off. Hello everybody, welcome back to a new episode of the DJI Mavic Mini that we have crashed in a couple of episodes. We had some serious problems with the DJI Mavic Mini. It didn't break except for a propeller. And we had a lot of scratches on the drone. So I already had an idea that the propellers were perhaps an issue. And I did some really deep investigations into the problem. I will show you a video right now. It's super windy and sometimes you can hear the propellers just bang to each other. Oh, woo! There it was again. That's no good. On windy conditions, it's got serious problems. The propellers have got serious issues. That's not good, not any good at all. And that's what happens. The propellers is trouble. The gimbal got hurt. Ooh. I need to turn it off. Whew. That's no good. Oh my god. Let's turn it on again. Fingers crossed. It works again. Whew. We were not gonna fly again. Oh no, my god. No color. And a broken prop. Where you clearly can hear and see that the propellers are hitting the drone and even the arm, where it slows down, and then the second prop catching it up, coming together, and then there's no more thrust and the drone just tumbles to the ground. And then of course the last episode I kept it very low, and the first two times that it happened to me I had luckily a lot of snow that just softened the landing, and I was just super lucky that I came off with the drone unscathed and undamaged. I did had a lot of problems with the camera gimbal shaking around, but just resetting it fixed that problem. Just still have to clean it up a little bit of the sand, because it went head first into the ground. But luckily it came unscathed. And now of course how to fix this problem is going back to the original props, but I only have 4 left of the original DJI Mavic Mini props. And already a friend of mine, Fairview, told me that he had problems with this aftermarket props. He had the same props ordered because they are very cheap, and I ordered a bunch of them, still got a box full. But I'm not going to use them anymore in windy conditions as today. It was just good today to test where the problem came from, and I'm damned, it is the props. I got similar different props. The difference is between the originals that are super flexible, and these are a little bit stiffer. And I thought I ordered new DJI props, but looking at the package that they came in, this is not DJI, and these are also aftermarket props that looked like the DJI. They come with a bunch of screws with no Loctite, so I'm not gonna use the screws, but I do gonna measure the screws, how thick they are, because I think the screws in combination with these props are giving the props a lot more angle. If the screws are thicker on the inside, keeping the props away from the drone, because now there's too much wind and it just pushes the prop all the way down in an angle where it hits the drone and the arm, and creating that problem. Serious problem. I never crashed my drones, only in the winter in windy conditions, and now I know why. This aftermarket props are too stiff and too bendy, and if you got thicker screws that maybe keep it from bending so far, that would be very nice. I just going to have to test this new propellers out, and I'll show you. They look very similar to the DJIs, but they're not exactly the same. And well, they are less stiff than these props. These are very stiff. The originals from DJI are even more flexible, so it's not the same quality. And just a trick, if you change out spare props, first find the props that you need. That makes it easier to replace them. You don't have to, oh, which way did it turn and how, which is counterclockwise and which is clockwise. No, it's just super easy. You replace one with the next one. That's fixed. Now do the rears as well. Just test the screws. Let's do it tight. Yes. But I don't have a problem at the back. It's only happening in the front. You can see all the colors. It's only in the front. So now I got original props in the front, and then yeah, until I get new props, I will just keep flying with the aftermarket props in the back. Let's go outside and do a test. Fingers crossed. But these are definitely screwed up. No good at all.
Take off.
Well, it was a nice result. I just stayed there 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, and it was super windy. You could see all the movements. It was doing it all on its own, and there are no black scratches. The drone didn't crash, it didn't stop flying, and I couldn't hear that sound clatch, and then you know the prop is hitting the drone, and then the second prop is hitting the first prop, and the drone crashed. Nothing of that, no black marks, everything is good with the original DJI props. That's why you should not buy spare aftermarket props. These aftermarket props are horrible, and you run the risk of losing the drone, crashing the drone, breaking it, and maybe even destroying it if it's done very unlucky. And if it's in the water, then you can say bye bye, never coming back again. So to spare you any of this misery, do not use aftermarket props. Only stay and fly and use the original DJI mini props. This is the best tip that I can give you. And if you did crash the DJI and break any of the parts, you will find the links to the spare props down below. And I hope this episode really helped you out. So please help me out to reach 10k and subscribe and give the video a like and give me a comment. That would help me the best to get me up in the numbers in YouTube. Thank you all for watching and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.